What's up, everybody? This is Julia, and we're currently sitting outside of Irving Closet. It's raining, and the band is not here yet. Neither is the venue open. As you can see, the gates are still down, and at this point, we can't get in touch with anybody to open the doors for us, so we're kind of just chilling here on our gear with our umbrellas up, with no band and no venue to shoot at. We are supposed to interview Snapcase if we could ever get to it, but for now, we're just doing nothing here in the rain. Finally got here. I just dried off my face. The band has showed up. This interview is actually going to go on. Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll. No! You take it to this show, baby! Just what you around! I'm showing with one of the best hardcore bands in the scene today, Snapcase. What's up, guys?
What's up? How you doing? Hey. One of the best?
Yeah, definitely.
Not just the best?
No. All of your albums are quite different, and especially this one has a lot more of like an emotional feel to it with some piano and some of the songs. Tell me more about this new album and Transmission.
This album is definitely our most, I think, creative work. Some of the heavier songs in the album, I think, are heavier than the songs on our last album, but then at the same time, there are tracks that are more atmospheric, slower, and totally unlike anything we've ever done before.
Who has influenced, maybe some of the bands or other bands have influenced this record for you guys, anything in particular?
The last Refused record, the last At the Driving record, the Deftones, Fugazi. The level we're at now, we've been cited as a reference and an influence on other bands, which is kind of neat.
You guys have been around for a long time too. I mean, you really made a mark in the industry, and especially for this kind of music. Especially with your message, because it's a little bit different than most of the hardcore bands. It's kind of like more like think for yourself and then decide what you want to do, rather than like, well, this is how we think and this is how it should be, which I think is like awesome in most.
Not only that, I think a lot of like, not just hardcore bands, but a lot of aggressive bands or, you know, heavier bands are usually like full of anger and hatred and, you know, gets kind of negative and violent or whatever, and that's never, you know, we still are intense and heavy, but we're just not as pissed off.
You guys have always been on tour with mainstream type of bands like Papa Roach or like Alien Ant Farm, something like that. How is it for you being on tour with these younger bands that are a very different style than you?
Well, the thing for us is we've toured with ska bands, we've toured with punk bands, we've toured with metal and death metal bands. We like the challenge of, you know, getting in front of different audiences, and I think that we're kind of unique as a band because we sort of bridge the gap between all these scenes in some way. There's a lot of energy at the show. That's the most important thing to us when playing live.
With somebody listening to your record or seeing your show, what is the main feeling that you want these people to walk away with?
I want them to walk away exhausted and sweaty.